We all woke up to the news of the passing of Pope Francis.
Yeah.
And we understand that you actually got a chance to meet
I
him.
did. You know, I was so fortunate to meet him. He actually blessed Pepe and I right before we got married.
Oh, wow.
And there it is. Yeah, yeah. There's one from the other side where Pepe is there. He's holding Pepe's hand, too. But
he's hiding. He doesn't want to be photographed.
We went to Rome, and my husband was like, you know, do you want to meet the Pope? And I was like, yes. So we went, and it was like 2 months before we got married. And so we're standing there, and he moves along. And, he speaks Spanish. My husband speaks Spanish. And I kept saying, how do you say your holiness in Spanish? And my husband would say it. And it was tu santidad. Anyway, it was a very hard word. And I was like practicing it. And he's getting closer. And I was practicing it. And then he gets in front of me. I go, hello, your holiness. It didn't come out. So my husband asked him, will you please bless us? We're about to get married. He goes, of course, of course. So he grabs our hands.
Yes.
And he starts the blessing. And I go, we're divorced. Just so I know that's a bad thing.
You say it.
Yes, I felt bad. Like,
You were,
I felt like
confessing.
you should know this. We're both divorced. But he has children, so we can't get it annulled. I mean, I know the annulment.
Right.
It's a long thing. And my husband's like, shut up. And
What is wrong with you? You collapsed.
And he, you know what he said? He goes, do you love each other? And I said, yes, we do. And he said,
Right now we do.
and then he gave us a blessing. It was beautiful.
That's so
beautiful.
It's such a special moment.
It is. But, and then, I did meet him a second time at the White House when he was with Obama. And it was like right in between the same time. I have an older sister with special needs. And so I'd asked her, I said, who do you most want to meet in the world, Lisa? And I thought she was going to say, like, Brad Pitt or like George Clooney or whatever. And she goes, the Pope. And I go, oh, that's a little hard.
Can you find something easier?
Oh, you don't want to meet Kelly and Mark?
No.
So I took her to the White House.
We were choice number 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was like, wow, that's a hard one. So I took her to the White House, and all these cardinals, it was a big procession,
Sure.
Yeah, of course.
and all the cardinals are coming out, or archbishops or whatever, and she goes, is that him? There he is. She kept going, there he is, there he is. And I was like, God, I could have just got a bishop. And pretended it was the Pope. You know what I mean? She would have known. She would have known. But
So
that was
much
her wish.
pageantry.
Her wish was to meet him. So,
Oh,
yes.
that's incredible.
Yes.
I love that your husband, I just want to go back. Your husband was like, do you want to meet the Pope?
Yeah.
And that just sort of happened.
Yeah.
Like that your husband could make that happen.
Right.
That's a keeper.
Yeah, he's a keeper.
Yeah,
That's a good
for
sign.
sure.
He's a keeper.